Howdy everyone, and welcome to Garden in the Delta. Today we're about ready to get some rain in a few hours, so Claude's going to do a little digging before it gets too wet. See that tree he's holding? It's a peach tree. It volunteered back there. He's going to transplant it instead of killing it. It's pretty big. He doesn't want to kill it. He just wants to move it somewhere else. Because right now it's way too close to the house. We don't need a peach tree that close to the house growing. We will join him over here in a few seconds. See how well he does. He's going to attempt to dig it up, hopefully. It's so close to the house.
Well, it's all so close to this we're 40 holly here, and I don't know how far the holly's root system is out, and I don't know how close to the holly this peach tree is. I may not be able to dig it up at all. I may just have to, unfortunately, cut it down.
You might, but we're going to see and try to save it, maybe, because it's so big. It's about almost as tall as he is. He's transplanted several little trees right here that are too close to the house, and sometimes if they're very small, he'll just go and spray them with brush killer and kill them, and sometimes he'll transplant them.
Well, I transplanted one peach tree last year, and it's actually about a foot taller than I am. It's about 7 feet tall now, and it's doing really well.
Oh, great. Sometimes things volunteer just where you don't want them or you don't need them. We don't like any tree that's going to get huge to be too close to the house. We've had some oak trees out front that are close to the porch that we've had to trim back a few times in the last couple of years because their branches are reaching over and starting to touch the roof of the house. As you can see, these tall yews are close to the house here, and we may have to wind up either probably cutting them way back. They're getting too close to the house. This one over here, he said part of it's starting to die on the back, so we may eventually just have this cut down. He's still over there digging away.
I'm trying to get it up without damaging those roots.
Uh-huh. It's a pretty tight space over there. It's so close between that holly and that wall of the house. That's the windows to the kitchen right there. Oh, yeah.
Victory!
He got it! Yay! That is a big peach tree. He got it.
I lost my hat, and I got a lot of dirt in my hat, which I can't get out. Okay.
Now we're going to see where he's going to put it.
Okay, you see this root system here.
Wow.
Fortunately, I got all of the roots.
That's huge. That's big. That's got a good start foundation. Did you have another one over here?
We have some more peach tree volunteers. Here's one right here. And if you'll move over here, MARYSUE. Here's another one right here.
Are they just popping up from the big mama tree up there, or seeds or rhizome or what?
No, the seeds, the peaches fall off, and they just take root.
Okay.
Here's one, and here's one.
Okay. We got several we can replant later then. Is that its full height right there?
Yeah.
It's not a humongous tree. What, about 15 foot?
These are
Dwarf?
called dwarfs.
Oh, the dwarf peach tree. Okay. Alrighty.
It does not necessarily mean that this will be a dwarf tree, because sometimes they refer to the regular tall type peach tree.
Oh, okay.
But I used to have to climb to get peaches when I was a boy.
While we're out here, he's putting that in the back of the van. We're going to go move it down the road, down the driveway. I want to show you the Mexican petunias in bloom. Now, it's only about half as high. It's going to get taller. This whole bush will wind up being about 6 feet tall. It's about 3 feet now. But in the mornings, it has these beautiful purple flowers that open up. But when it gets higher during the day, they close up. They only open in the morning. But they're gorgeous. It's a gorgeous plant, and it spreads fast.
It'll be covered in those flowers later on in the season.
Stand there next to it. I'll show you.
Yeah, get about this tall.
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm.
In one season.
Yeah, they go fast. In the fall, late fall, you prune it down right to the ground, and this time of year, that goes right back up fast. We're traveling down a driveway here. We're going to plant it somewhere through here. Show you some grass sides we laid out. Oh, right where the shovel is. Okay. They marked the spot with the shovel. Now I'm getting out. Okay. He started on this, and he's going to make it just a little bit bigger because the root system wound up being bigger than he thought it was once he took it out of the ground. You see out there across our house, a bunch of fields. Those fields are not ours. Our line stops about where you see that tall grass starting to grow. That's our spot down there, and other side of the driveway, that's our spot. Over there, other side of the drive is where he's been planting a lot of perennials and shade trees and shade flowers for the last 2 years, trying to fill it in. Okay. Nope.
Still
needs to be a little bit bigger. Oh, okay.
That's the thing about transplanting, especially a tree or a shrub. You don't know how big the root system is until you get in and start digging and dig it up. But I did have an idea of how big the hole should be.
And that hole's got to be about as wide as that root system is, so it can lay out flat and not be squished up.
That's a good English word.
Yeah, squished.
Squished up.
Not squashed, squished.
Yeah, whatever you say. You notice who's doing all the work around here.
Like I told you, I fool with the pots, you fool with the ground.
I actually went a little bit too deep. That's another thing.
Might give it a good foundation though. A good start, be a little deeper.
Well, when you're transplanting, you want to transplant the same depth that it was before you dug it up.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want it above the ground because the plant knows exactly how it wants to sit.
Did we bring some water with us? Well, it's going to rain later today. That's okay.
Yeah.
We won't have to
Did not
water it.
bring any water.
Yeah. Normally you transplant something, you have to add some water to it, but we're going to get rain in a few hours, so that's okay.
That's the reason I wanted to transplant.
Mm-hmm.
Because we get a good rain, then it'll get a good start.
We'll make sure and cover all the root system up good.
I think I'll name her Georgia.
Georgia peach, okay?
Yeah.
That's cute.
When it's peach picking time in Georgia. But you never heard that song, did you?
I may have.
That was even before I was born. I think that's a Jimmy Rogers song from back in the 20s, early 30s.
Think we might need a stake on this ledge to make it help it go straight?
I don't know. I'll check it. Just a second.
Doesn't matter if you can dig something up and replant it immediately. It doesn't even know it's been moved.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
In this case, I think you're right.
Sometimes it helps if you can dig it up with a lot of dirt around it, but we didn't have enough where it was to do that.
Yeah, it was around all it before the hauling. I couldn't really bring much dirt up with it. Now then, I'm going to have to get some more dirt. You know, there's a strange thing that when you dig a hole, it always takes more dirt to fill it up than what you took out of the hole.
Well, you're just about ground level there, pretty good. You're about level with the grass around it.
Okay.
It's going to be a pretty peach tree if it makes it. Hope it does.
And there you have Miss Georgia Peach. You see, she's almost as tall as I am now.
If you hold it up, yeah, hold it up towards you. Yeah, it is just about, yeah. And you're 6 foot. There's a few other, he's planted some crepe myrtles out here, all through here, and let me see. Around here, let's look at how the grass is doing over here. Okay. We had a huge oak tree last year that fell over in a storm, and we had to have it hauled off, and it left a lot of bare ground over here, so we laid down some sod to help fill it in, hopefully to keep the roots, weeds from taking over this spot. What about that tree, that stake? Would that help down there?
Well,
or is that supposed to be holding?
I could tie it up. Maybe that would help it grow straighter. I think the man with the lawnmower ran over it.
Yeah, we usually put little flags out here when we plant something, because the lawnmower people, they just go everywhere. They don't always pay attention where they're mowing, so we have to put little flags around stuff we plant, so hopefully they won't mow over it. We better put a flag by the peach tree later. They'll just think it's a 6-foot weed. Okay, we put 6 pieces of sod over here just to let it take over. This is St. Augustine grass, which is supposed to be the, what was it I said, the most shade-loving grass. It's supposed to grow in shade, and it chokes out the weeds. It grows very tight together. It's hard for weeds to grow into it. And give it a little time. Maybe by next year this will be all spread out through here.
Yeah, well, it'll take a little longer.
A little longer? Okay. I'm impatient. I want it to grow now. Maybe I should get more than 6 pieces.
Okay, let's go across the road and let me show you the peach tree that I planted last year.
Okay, we'll go see when you planted last year and see how it's doing. You transplanted it too, didn't you?
We've got to head a little further down toward the gate.
Okay, we'll go down in a few seconds. He's over there now killing some ant hills. We have fire ant hills all over the place out here. He probably goes through 50 pounds at least of ant poison a year. Every time we come across one, we sprinkle this poison on it. I just found one over here. Right there, he's going to poison. Here he comes with this ant poison. And he's going to sprinkle it right on there. Yep.
That's a small one.
Yeah, it is little, but it'll get bigger if you don't stop it now.
Yeah, that's true.
It'll get huge.
Okay, here we are down by the gate. An area that I'm, well, whatever you call it, renovating or planting flowers in. This is what's called a red-hot poker, I think. There's an ostrich fern. And right now, we have some blooms out here. There's another red-hot poker. Here is a pink daylily. I'm making my way on up to the peach tree that I planted last year. Here's some red daylilies. Okay, here's the peach tree that I planted last year. And you can see here, here's my arm straight out. And it's actually taller than I am now. It's about 6.5 feet tall. It's leaning a little bit, but it will straighten up over time. Okay, that's about all the time we have for today. So I'm going to let you go, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.